Relationships in 2026 and why dating is dehumanizing us. The reason I say this is because I feel like from all the content that I've seen about people dating, it seems that it's much more about impressing people and like becoming this person that you're really not, and not really focus on who you are as a person, right? And that's why I think dating is dehumanizing us, right? Like, especially with all the dating apps, right? I met my wife in a dating app a long time ago, but it's still an app, right? So, but it's very easy to use that app and to like just swipe and like just meet numbers of people, right? But it's in a way dehumanizing us because we're not really connecting with people. And then we start feeling like something is wrong with us because we're not connecting, right? So first, if you want something deeper or a stronger relationship, something to build to, I think first you need to look within yourself to see what you really want and what are things that you value and don't value, right? So these things are equally as important, what you really want and what you don't want, right? So getting to know yourself first. So if you want something deeper, you gotta be deep as well. You know, you have to meet what you want, right? You have to be that person that could go deep as well. And this video is much more for people that want to build a relationship and like to have a stable relationship long term. So the problem with dating is much more about impressing, like I said. But if you want to build a life together, you really got to get to know the person and get to know yourself, because life is very difficult at times. You know, like death happens, loss of jobs happens, the economy could be messed up, or just countless of things could happen in life. And you're choosing this one person to go through life with, you know, and it's, I think it could be very sweet when you choose the right person, right? The person that you like. It's not so much about love in that sense, right? It's someone you really like being with, right? Because you could love a lot of people, but you really gotta like fit with the right person, right? And like really like them, and like spending time with them and get to know each other, right? Like be interested in this person. So yeah, I think dating is not allowing us to do that. Dating is much more of, where do I take this person on a date? What do I wear? How can I impress her or him? And how can I somehow say the right thing to be liked? Or how can I act, right, to be liked? You know, so it's all about acting, and it's not so much about being yourself. And if you can't be yourself, and if you don't know what you want, then I think you'll find a lot of dates or people in apps where like you're just also meeting people that don't know what they want. And I think when two people don't know what they want, I think that's how people get hurt. So yeah, first is getting to know who you are. Get deep if you want something deep. So the last thing I want to say is getting clear of what you really want in life. So, and what you really want from a relationship, right? So like if you want a one night stand, or like you just want something more casual, and when it comes to dating, just be upfront about it, right? Just say that, you know, and if the other person wants that, then good. And if they don't, then you move along, right? So I think it's very important to like be clear of what you really want. But if you want something more deeper, and that's what this main video is about, is you need to just connect, right? Like connect with yourself. Figure out like what's important for you. So for example, do you like going out, right? Like, do you like going out at night? Do you like to drink, or do you not like to drink, right? Would you date someone that's like that when you're not like that, right? Is that something that you're okay with, right? And these things are very important because we're not here to change people, right? We're here to like find a partner, find this person that we want to spend time with, right? And go through life with. So it's not about changing, it's much more about knowing what you value and what you care about. So if you meet someone and they go out at night and they drink and you don't, and that bothers you, just like try to like see yourself in the future with this person. Like 3 years from now, are you okay with just being alone at night? You know, are you okay with like your partner coming in at 3 or 4 a.m. at night when you have been at home all day and not having that connection with your significant other, right? And are you okay with that? So that's one example. Another example could be, do you like to travel, right? Does the person that you want to be with, do they have to want to travel as well, right? So part of that is very important, because if you like to travel and the other person doesn't, then I think there needs to be some type of communication there. But because there's going to be some time of alone time there, right? And alone time is good sometimes, but if there's no compatibility between the two parties, then it's not going to work out, right? It's just like maybe having a friend and like a distant friend or something like that, and that's not going to work out. And to go deeper into like compatibility, like you also got to keep in mind of like how people deal with their problems, like how are people with their emotions, right? Including yourself. Like, are you stable? You know, are you stably, not just financially, but like emotionally? Like, do you feel like you can make a clear decision when things are tough, right? And like how you handle that. That really matters, because I think that's what really molds people together, right? If there's no, and when it gets tough, there needs to be a time and place where both of you guys could like get together and have a conversation without like getting defensive or angry so much, right? Where no one's perfect, right? But like there needs to be somewhat of an understanding, like how are you doing emotionally, right? And that's very important. So yeah, getting clear of what you want is really important. Don't let dating become a place of dehumanizing yourself, and start connecting. If you want something deeper, you got to go deep within yourself first. And after that, you could expect that from people as well. If you like this video, this is my first video, so there's nothing else to watch. But if you like it, let me know, and I could create more of these things. And this is just much more of like my experience and like how I have grown as a person. And I've been married for almost 8 years now, and I met my wife in an app as well. So apps aren't all bad, right? So it's much more about getting clear about what you want.